We're here with Indiana State football coach Mike Sanford. ISU travels to northern Iowa on Saturday. Game's at 5 o'clock Eastern time. Mike, talk about northern Iowa. They're an interesting team and a team that's been in a little bit of flux this year. Aaron Bailey's been playing quarterback throughout the season, but lately pretty much exclusively. Sawyer Colmorgan has not been a part of the picture lately, but they present some interesting challenges. Their run defense is very good. What are you seeing out of northern Iowa this weekend?
Well, the first thing is, I'll start with their offense. They have, during the course of the season, they've played both quarterbacks. Aaron Bailey is not only a very athletic quarterback, he's also their leading rusher. He is excellent combination run-pass quarterback, and he's a really good runner with the quarterback runs. Cole Morgan is a guy we've played against before. He's a very good player, very efficient, very smart, very good leader. They have running back by committee. They have basically 3 different running backs that play. So, it's hard to get a feel for who their best running back is. They just play a lot of guys. They have an excellent center, and they have the one wide receiver that's really good statistically. On defense, I think this is an excellent front. I think they're one of the top fronts in FCS football, one of the top fronts. I think if you're one of the top fronts in our conference, you're one of the top fronts in FCS football. I'd put them with North Dakota State, South Dakota State as far as their front. They're good up front. They got the one guy that is leading the conference in sacks and tackles for loss that plays defensive tackle. And then they have an end that's not very far behind him, Isaac Ailes, who's a really good player. Their middle linebacker is a very good player, and then they have another linebacker. They have a corner, it's a senior, number 1, who is a very good player. So they're a very good team. It's interesting. We're both 4-4. We're both 2-3. This is like a playoff to go to the playoffs, and we've got to go in there. And this is a very important game for us to go after them and go win it.
You've seen so many. The Valley right now has so many quarterbacks who can run. It seems like almost every week you're seeing a quarterback that can run. How does that influence your preparation? How does it help the defensive guys to, it's not really a wrinkle. It used to be kind of a wrinkle when you'd see quarterbacks like that. It's become the norm in this league. How has that influenced how you defend and how your defensive players, have adjusted to playing against, several different running quarterbacks this season?
Well, I think the fact that we've had to play against running quarterbacks has been a plus, and I think that's been good for us. And they run some of the same plays. There's some nuances that are a little different, but they run some of the same plays. But it's been, a preparation against a running quarterback, and we got to be able to stop the run, and we got to, our big thing on all 3 sides of the ball is we got to execute, and we have to do details, and we have to focus for 60 minutes. This last game we did that in the first half and probably the first half of the 3rd quarter. We've got to do this for the whole game. The other thing is it's a difficult environment to go into. We've got to go into that environment and master the environment instead of letting the environment master us.
The 4th quarter has been a bit of an issue this year. I think you guys are getting outscored 71-48 in the final quarter. Been shut out in 3 Valley games in the 4th quarter. How do you, each game is different, but how do you win the 4th quarter, which may be a big key in this game, against a team that's that you're pretty evenly matched with?
I would say, a combination of, there's a mental attitude about winning the 4th quarter, and you got to finish games. And then, we need to execute in the 4th quarter. That's a huge thing. When we haven't scored a lot of points and when people have scored on us in the 4th quarter, it's because we haven't executed the way we need to execute. So we've got to execute when we're tired, and we got to execute, and finish games, play complete games.
Health-wise, I didn't see Gary Owens today, and I saw Rob was in street clothes, but he was going through walkthroughs. What's the status of those 2, and then just in general, what's the injury status?
Well, the first thing, Underwood is back. Played 9 plays last week. He's going to play more. Can't give give details on how many, but he's going to play quite a bit more. Rob Tanyan is going to play. He's going to be fine. We held him out today just because he's beat up. We're going to make a game time decision on Gary Owens. He got a concussion in the last game, so we'll make a game time decision on Gary and see how that goes. Other than that, you know, we've played without Jamar Brown and Andrew Main. Jamar Brown for 2 or 3 weeks, and Andrew Main for a week. Jamar Brown's going to be back. I think we're going to go with going to have to make the trip without Andrew Main.
Okay. What defense is probably healthier than they've been though, and you know obviously that'll help this weekend. You know, just talk about the effect of having most of your guys that you intended to use in action this weekend.
Yeah, I think that's a real plus. I think we're probably the healthiest we've been on defense in a long time, and that's a plus.
All right, Mike. Thanks a lot. That's all I need.
Okay.